Want to make your sweet little pet hamster look like a serial killer? Just pop a chainsaw in its cage. How about suggesting that your grandmother has a link to the spirit world? Put candles, incense and a poster of a Buddhist mandala in her room. Welcome to the wonderful world of symbols. This video explains what a symbol is, why writers use them, and how to understand them when you read about them in a book or see them in your favourite series. A symbol in literature or film is something that represents something deeper. So, for example, this lectern over here is supposed to represent my amazing intellectual abilities and show you what a smart guy I am. Does it work? And my green shirt symbolises both peacefulness, which is needed for good learning to take place, and growth, the mental growth you get by watching my videos. A character, setting, object, or even the whole plot of a story can also be a symbol for something in the real world. Think about Harry Potter. He symbolises good, and his story symbolises the triumph of good over evil. Symbols are just about the most important tool that writers have got in the toolbox for showing readers and audiences the deeper hidden ideas and messages of their books. Imagine Frozen without Elsa's ice powers. Those powers symbolise the often uncontrollable forces of the mind, which must be harnessed if you want to live a good life. That story would have been rubbish if she was just a moody teenager. Or imagine this meme without the six-pack or the bulging muscles. The muscles, the six-pack, they symbolise the unrecognisable change for the better. We wouldn't laugh without them. Symbols are there to strengthen the writer's ideas and messages. Enough messing around, let's get down to some serious symbolism now. If you want to work out why any object, any character, any setting or any plot appears in a story, ask yourself, what could this symbolise? You know the story of Little Red Riding Hood, right? You know, that one about the little girl who takes a cake to her sick grandmother and gets eaten by a wolf. Well, what does that whole story symbolise? It's not just a warning to little girls to avoid going out for a walk on their own. Really, it's about the dangers of adolescence. She's wearing red, the colour that symbolises passion. She's young but on the edge of womanhood. The wolf? He could symbolise the threat of adolescent boys taking her away from the path of caution that her mother tells her to take. Or that wolf could even represent her own repressed desires, the shadowy subconscious voice that lures her away from where she's meant to be going. The eating of the grandmother symbolises the way the young disregard their elders' advice about how to behave in romantic relationships. And her encounter with the wolf at the end? Well, what could that symbolise? As soon as you start asking, what could this symbolise, about any story, including the most innocent-seeming ones, you open a world of secret and hidden messages. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can find out next time I post in my Rhetoric with Robin series.